Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and depending on when you're going to be seeing this video. It's your brother, your boy, courserepscorner. Like I always tell you guys, it's my corner, it's your corner, and it's our corner.
I don't wanna fall in love, I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love.
You know, it is always said that a sinner runneth when no man pursueth. And it's also said that when you a clean conscience or a clear conscience fears no accusations. The truth is that in this particular issue concerning Empress NJAMAH and her ex-fiancé, the Liberian Davis, the issue has been connected or has been linked to iniedo. Like Gistlover said, the Davis, the Liberian guy, has up to about 9 videos of Nigerian Nollywood actresses, from what Gistlover said, allegedly from what he said. And so far, this issue of iniedo coming out to say a truth, for me, is not acceptable. Yes, it was not for me. There are things that are not, there are some discrepancies. Oh, English will not kill me. English will not kill me. You hear me? There are some discrepancies from what iniedo said in that video. In case, for those of us who have not heard what iniedo said, watch this video.
Which you push people and people will bounce back. Now, I don't know how and why some people have tried to make sure they drag me into this bag and web of lies that's going on out there. I'm going to start from the very beginning because I feel like if I have to talk about it, I have to be truthful. Somebody texts me with a foreign number and goes, this was about sometime August last year, between August and September. No, between August, September, and November. I think between September and November, about then, just before my friend's wedding in London. And goes, okay, he's a movie maker, he wants to make a film with me. How did you get my number? He mentions a colleague's name in Ghana. I'm not here to drop anybody's name, because that's not the essence of this video. So this guy says he wants to make a movie. How did you get my number? Oh, a colleague of yours who's a friend of mine, according to him, gave him my number. I said, okay. So he starts to chat me up. He's talking about this film he wants to make and blah blah blah. And then you know how somebody would text you once in a while, oh hi. I'm like, who is this? I have like literally the entire chat, the time this man was chatting with me. And then he goes from there, he drifts and starts to try to go personal. Oh, I'd want to have a relationship with you. And I'm like, okay, it's not adding up. You say that you want to make a film or you want to be in a relationship. The two of them don't mix. I have never ever set my eyes, my two eyes, has never seen this guy face to face. And he starts to twist words and bringing, dropping some names of my colleagues, some of whom I really respect. And I'm like, if you know me very well, you know I'm someone who you can't trash talk my friends. So he starts to drop names. I'm like, this conversation is not going where it should go. He goes, okay, I'm going to block you. And I blocked him. And before I blocked this human being, we've talked about, okay, so it was my friend's wedding. And I said, okay, I was going to London. He said he needed us to talk about this film. I said, I'm not around. I'm going to go to London because I'm going for a friend's wedding. And he goes, okay, that would be a nice place to see you, and blah, blah. But then I knew I had to go to South Africa. That's why I didn't make my friend's wedding, because I had a paid engagement that I needed. I'd committed to a long time ago that I had to be in South Africa. So he goes, okay, maybe we should see in South Africa, blah, blah, blah. Send me your passport, I get your tickets. We can talk there when we see. I'm like, I can't send you my passport. All these conversations, I forwarded them to the girl in question. The entire conversation. And when this conversation moved from there and it was getting like, I just blocked the guy and I'm like, I can't deal with this. 2 weeks later, who calls me? One of our friends called Uche and sends me a picture of this. I said, do you know this guy? I said, yes. So I spoke to this guy just 2 weeks ago, but I blocked him. He was trying to be funny. He was talking about making a film and then he was trying to be funny. I sharp blocked him. We didn't, the conversation would go far. And Uche was like, oh, see what has happened to this, our friend, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, really? Because I'm like, how, who is this? So in my heart, I'm like feeling, oh, so this guy is actually, and then I'm hearing different things. I had no idea who this guy was. I didn't know who he was. I mean, I didn't know he was seeing anyone. I didn't even know him at all. We just went on a conversation. One time he called me on video call. I was at the airport going to Akwa Ibom, and he just calls my phone. And you know when you just pick a call, an international, I just pick a random call because I never saved his number. And I'm like, why are you even calling me on video call? I hung up. I'm like, let's talk on audio call. And that was it. And then this guy saves that video. Why didn't they release the audio, whatever? See, I feel like people should really leave me alone. I have my stuff going on. I'm just trying to just be me and just live a decent life and do what is right by me and my family and my career. I think everybody should just leave me the hell alone. Enough with all these lies. It's easy to pick on in his name and just talk shit, and I just keep quiet. Enough is enough. You guys have done this to me for the longest, and I've kept quiet the longest.
Change and love can go, but tell me why are you so cold? What did I wrong? What was the fault? Or what you say is I don't know. Feelings change and love can go, but tell me why are you so cold? What did I wrong? What was the fault? I thought that you loved me. I thought that you need me till you end up all this way. Have you forgot all the moments while we had was so true? This world was made for two.
Have you seen that video? That was what Iniedo said. Now, let us now come and judge this issue. If Iniedo is saying this, some persons under that comment came out to say some things. Let me read some comments here before we continue. He said, she's lying. That video call was for about 1 minute. You mean you use a whole 1 minute to ask someone why they are calling you on video call, then you dropped it? Question mark. I was believing everything before that last part. Iniedo resist urge to shalaye. Do you know what that means? The person is saying it took Iniedo up to 1 minute. If you watch that last video when they were making call, is there also, is the last video there. You see that it took almost 1 minute before Iniedo could cut that call, as she claimed it was called. It was a call that she received from the guy. This person is saying it does not add up. Let us go to another person that said something. He said, I stand to quote you wrong, Madam Ini. You don't need to send your passport data for ticket at level of your exposure. Talk more of total stranger you claim not to have anything to do with. You mentioned you have a paid engagement to catch up in South Africa. The engagement doesn't include flight bookings. Make una dey take easy till they lie. What does that mean? Iniedo said in that video that she has a booking for a program in South Africa, which means Paraventure must have gotten a ticket. So what was she sending a passport again to the Liberian guy for? You understand? Let me know another one. He said, but your story isn't making sense. You don't know a guy. You kept avoiding him, and he said that you should send him your passport, and he wants to see you in South Africa. Why? To do what with it? And you sent it. Are you telling story to toddlers? Like, are you kidding me? That was another comment. Then let me take this one comment. He said, you can't send him your passport, but you later sent it. Laugh emoji. You are not saying the truth, Madam Iniedo. Another one came and I said, I believe you, but that's your international passport part no clear at all. Then let me now come and summarize it. Somebody now came and asked this question. If gistlover no post shey you go remember to yarn us dust. Shebi you go still dey pretend like say you no know, you know they do attaché. That was what these people started telling Iniedo, that something wasn't okay with what she was saying. But Iniedo did not end there. Iniedo also went ahead to grant another interview where she called that a senior colleague. Yes, Empress Njamah is a senior colleague. Where she called that a senior colleague, Empress Njamah, and told Empress to fix what she has spoiled rather than calling people's name, because it seems as Empress is not calling people who she felt are together with this man. Do you understand? So the interview is what I've come to share with us now again, so that you still hear what Iniedo said. She was raining words to Empress, warning her to clear her sheets, clear everything she has done, rather than pointing fingers on someone who did not do anything to her. That's what I've come to share with us, so that you still see it and you hear it from the horse's mouth. Anyway, I want to thank us for always watching my video. Thank you so much for all you do for the love and the care. For those of us who have not subscribed, please, I beg you to subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share, so that we can move the media to a permanent site. Okay? So I come away next time till you see me on your screen, guys. I leave us with this last interview of Iniedo and a social media personality, where she was talking about Empress Njamah's case and also asking her to clear up what she have spoiled.
So when people say, how did you get your passport? How? I send my passports to agents to get my visas, or every point in time you have to do things, and that's like an old passport. I think I haven't really seen this thing, because I just literally got back, dropped my bag. The first time I opened my phone, this whole thing just exploded in my face, and I'm like, this is not even the kind of human being in this whole world that anybody should link me with in the first place, because it didn't take me 2 weeks of having conversations with him to see through his bull, to know that this one is just, and this is just because there's nothing he said that he followed through. Okay, script will come, script will not come. The next thing, oh, you know, now in everybody's head, every man's head, when they come to talk to you, everybody wants to throw marriage at you because they feel like that is your problem. Do you get? And the next thing you're swinging from, he wants me to work with you, to you'd like to have a family with me. You're not even making sense. So the complication and his inconsistency is just, I just blocked him. I didn't have conversations with him up to once or twice. He don't call me for video call. That particular day, I remember I was at the airport. Do you get? That random call just came, and I'm like, I never saved his number once. So I'm like, why are you calling me on video call? Do you get? And I switch off the call. Why is there no audio on the freaking call? Why do they have an audio? Why was audio not released? And I'm so sick of this. You feel okay? Oh yes, they have videos of me. Please, I want. If I don't see those videos, then you guys are just, you know, you're just punching. You're just deliberately doing this to me for whatever reason. And I believe that most of these things are personal. 2 weeks after that time, I think Uche called me. I said, "Oh, babe, do you know this guy?" I sent him a picture of some guy, and I'm like, "Yes, so this is the same guy that I spoke that, you know, was talking to me about 2 weeks ago." What's up? Apparently, this same thing he had done, tried to do to me, he did the same exact thing to Uche. Starting from talking about wanting to be in my films to talking about wanting a relationship, Uche saw right through him and blocked him. Apparently, Uche and I had already discussed amongst us. We realized that we had. This same guy did use the same format he tried to use on me, on Uche. But Uche was also smart enough to cut him short in the middle of the conversation, to also block him. So you are not, we are not, you fell for this. That has nothing to do with us. You cannot try to drag anybody else into the, do you understand? I feel like it's absolutely wrong. I mean, there are limits to things that one can take. I think that every one of us are responsible, should take responsibility for every action that we take. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? All of us have been in relationships that did not turn out so well, or something that you're proud of. You bear the consequences of that decision you made, however it comes out. You don't try to pull other people into that, because that's your mistake. That's your mess. That's your mess. Where's all these stories coming from?
Well, are you
what do I
friends
have to do with this?
I mean, are you friends with Empress? Are you guys friends?
No, it's not. Mama, please, that's inconsequential. What is it? The fact is that, even like I said, Empress and we're not best of friends, but we are cool, I believe. I go to a store in Lagos, in Abuja, I buy things, like we are cool. When this thing happened, when my friend sent me the picture of this thing that happened, I know how far we went. We've gone for a meeting at Eco Atlantic on this matter just to see how we can arrest the guy. I pulled all my stops. I called everybody that I knew in places of authority to see how we could get a hold of this guy, because I'm like, this guy, because he don't want to use my, so if not, we say, God, give me discerning spirit.
God forbid bad thing, this guy evil fit don't rubber. So I had that whole anger in me to be like, this guy has to be apprehended no matter what. I pulled out my own stops. I asked we have common friends. They know how many nights we stayed up talking about this thing. How many of my colleagues have chopped off their ears talking about how can we stop this man? How can we get this man arrested? This cannot go. This guy can't get away with this. How many times? I don't have to drop names, but these are all people, my friends. So you know the kind of people I'm talking about. Most nights I wouldn't let them rest. We need to do something about this. And then how am I the same person that is this debt is being thrown at? For what? Would it concern me? Concern this?